Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Ja. Oh, neuer Content. Das hört sich toll an.
Oh, good. You noticed my sign. Yes, I have something very exciting to show you.
Zeig's mir. Das will ich sehen. Oh ja. Aufzug. Aufzug. Schnell rein.
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra-deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra-deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever, the Stanley Parable 2.
Der Stanley Parable 2. Ah ja.
Yes, you see, isn't this far superior to a measly port with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for.
Ach, wirklich? Haben danach die Leute gefragt? 2. Investor Showcase. Okay.
Calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic statement
Sogar
right
2 Stühle.
there. It's future-oriented. It screams progress and innovation and long-term franchising potential.
Ach ja, es hat Potenzial, oder? Jo, schon irgendwie. Sie sind zurück. Die Türen. Ah, okay. Hört sich toll an. Ah, ja, ich liebe die Türen. Kann man viele schöne Entscheidungen machen. Ah, Logo-Design. Oh, das obere gefällt mir. Dann darunter. Stanley Parable, naja, nicht so. Das dann darunter. Passt nicht zum Spiel. Das war eigentlich auch ziemlich cool. Wow, und das da drunter ist ja furchtbar. Das finde ich irgendwie cool als Poster. Ah, der Fun. Ah, wusste doch, dass das noch wichtig wird. Das ist auch cool. 2 Stanley, nö. Das ist
Now, to be
gruselig.
clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or logical, really.
Der Prequel to the Stanley Parable. Geht die Richtung. Guten Tag, mein Name ist Eichhörnchen. Neuer Content-Bus. Das ist praktisch. Einmal nach oben. Hallöchen.
Here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features.
Oh ja. Ich würde das ausprobieren. Die Tür ist zu, die ist auch zu. geht das denn hier hin? Da ist ein
A common
Eimer.
complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a
Paradox.
chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it. Well, I'm happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game. It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket. You see, Stanley, anytime you're
Beruhigungseinheit, den brauche ich.
a sense of
Ah, da kommt er.
calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart. It's true. As long as you hold on to the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting. You may even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms. And to be honest, it's a much more convenient solution for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be? Yes, the bucket is the perfect solution. Come on, give it a try.
Oh ja, ich will den Eimer.
Can
was
you
hat er?
feel it? The
Oh,
glow
ja.
of comfort, even in the face of crushing despair, must already be sweeping through your body. And in fact, can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well? I think that just holding it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person. The benefits of the bucket seem to go on and on.
Ich fühle mich
don't
auch
they?
attraktiver.
All this and more await you in the Stanley Parable too.
Ah, den Eimer nehme ich mit. Ah, ist mein Eimer. Der beruhigt mich.
Does anyone give out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video game? That really should be an award if it isn't already.
Kann ich nochmal zurückstellen oder soll ich ihn mitnehmen? Nö, dann nehme ich den mit. Mein Beruhigungseimer. Oh ja. No screenshots. Okay.
Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could
Dekoration.
use a bit of decoration, like balloons. But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with?
Ah, hier kann ich entscheiden. Okay. Welches gefällt mir am besten? Get Well Someday. Oder Happy 12th Birthday Stepniece. Oh ja, ich bin so eine Stiefnichte.
You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along. Get Well Someday it is.
Ah, ich will seine Nichte sein. Was habt ihr? Vor allem bin ich 12 Jahre alt. Ah ja. Ah, okay. So soll das aussehen.
Or actually, maybe I should have gone with... No. No, I've made my decision. We're moving on.
Ja. Weiter geht's. So. Okay, da sind wir wieder. New features, new content, new ideas. Okay, neue Ideen. Ah, das Baby ist groß geworden. Ui. Oh, das ist das neue Orange, okay. Oh ja. Oh, das ist schon eine ganz coole Farbe. A whole new office. Ein komplett neues Office. Okay, da oben waren wir, hier sind wir durchgelaufen. Mal schauen. Der Button, der den Namen des Spielers sagt. Okay. Also quasi der Button, der den Namen des Spielers sagt, der das Spiel spielt. Okay. So ungefähr kann man es übersetzen.
For the Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself, what do players really want? And of course, the first and most obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and validated as people. So with that in mind, my first addition to the game is this button which speaks the name of the person playing the game. Isn't that wonderful?
Oh ja, hört sich cool an. So, jetzt bin ich gespannt, ob er meinen Namen sagt. Ich heiße Darren. Ah, ja doch. Nee, heißt schon. Entschuldigung.
Right now, the button only says the name Jim. But of course, in the final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is. Here, let's have you role-play as Jim to really simulate the full experience of this feature.
Oh ja, dann bin ich
Just
jetzt
play
schon.
along. I promise you'll love it. Okay, here we go. Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind, forget whoever you are, and simply become a person named Jim.
Okay, ich
I
heiße
want
schon.
you to imagine yourself living as Jim, sleeping and waking as Jim, falling in love and being heartbroken as Jim, seizing all the world's
das nicht.
possibilities as Jim, and as Jim watching your dreams crumble into dust. Do you feel it deeply? Are you really, truly Jim right now? If so, then please step forward and press the button.
Okay. Ich heiße jetzt schon. Ich heiße jetzt schon. Ich heiße jetzt schon. Ah, cool. Coole Sache. Coole Sache.
What a thrill! What a rush! That was you! The button described you. Do it again. Do it again.
Okay, nochmal.
Ooh, it hits even harder the
Oh ja,
second time.
definitiv.
If this were the only new feature in the Stanley Parable 2, it would still be worth the money. Let's take a break from the Jim button. I'm too emotionally drained from all of this
Jim-Knopf.
personal validation.
Jim-Knopf. Jeder kennt ihn. Nö, ich drück nochmal.
Whoa there, cowboy. Sometimes a person can be too much Jim. I'm putting the Jim button away. Otherwise, soon you'll start to lose all sense of who you actually are.
Oh, schade. Jetzt ist der Knopf weg. Ach, schade. Naja, gehen wir wieder zurück. Ich heiße Jim. So.
I suppose I could allow only people named Jim to play the Stanley Parable 2. That would actually save me the work of finishing this feature.
Ja, ich heiße Jim.
You know what, Stanley? I actually think the jump circle was a pretty good idea. I'd like to hang on to that for the sequel.
Okay, dann mal ein bisschen... Ich bring das jetzt mal weg. Ach, schade. Keine Sprünge mehr. Schade. Und was ist hier hinten? Okay, ich werde daraus nicht schlau. Hier. Okay. Sieht sehr gruselig aus.
Stanley, here's an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game. This is in fact a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right. Infinite falling. You can fall until the end of time if you like. A stunning leap forward for video games as a medium.
Okay, ewiges Loch. Dann mal runter.
You see, isn't it wonderful? One of my more ingenious concoctions, if I do say so. Now then, since you've gotten to see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue onward.
Nö. Mach ich nicht.
Now, I don't mean to be a bummer, but I do recommend you use the teleport button to go back to the top. Maybe do it on the sooner rather than later spectrum of things.
Ich mag wissen, weil es wirklich runtergeht. Der sagt doch bestimmt nicht die Wahrheit.
I don't know quite how to say this tactfully, but it's possible that I slightly exaggerated the infinite nature of the hole. Is it a very, very deep hole? To be certain it is. It's an extremely deep hole. I don't want anyone to say that it isn't an astonishingly deep hole. It is. Is it infinite? Well, that sort of depends on your definition of infinity. From one perspective, the infinite is merely philosophical in nature. It's more of a... Okay, well, good for you. You found the bottom of the hole. You found me out, Stanley. I'm a liar and a cheat, and you're so clever. Look, I think the issue here is just that you're unusually fascinated by falling. What normal person actually wants to fall infinitely? I figured the hole was as deep as anyone would actually need. Don't you put this on me. Maybe you're the problem.
Nö, du.
Look, things got a little heated there. I think we both said some things we didn't mean. Why don't we just put all this behind us and agree to just call the hole mostly infinite? If that works for you, then go ahead and press the teleport button to warp up to the top of the hole and we can move on. I'll just be up here when you're ready.
Okay. Wollen wir wieder nach oben? Sagt er nochmal irgendwas? Ich find's cool. Was ist das? New, kannst du nicht richtig lesen, ein bisschen zu klein. Naja, dann mal nach oben.
Great. Now, I'm very excited to show you even more of my ideas for the sequel.
So kann ich noch mal runter.
Oh, for heaven. You see, I was right. The problem is you. The problem is that you like holes too much. Not normal. A normal person would have said, yep, that's an infinite hole right there, goes on forever till the end of time. Don't need to see it all, but not you. Oh, no, 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 no. You have a weird sort of... Oh. Did the hole seem even shorter to you this time? I couldn't help but feel like you spent a little less time in there than you did before. I mean, admittedly, I didn't make an infinite hole, but I didn't think it was that not infinite. Well, I suppose once again there's nothing to do here. If you decide you've had enough of the hole, you can hit the teleport button and come join me up above.
Okay, dann gehen wir nach oben.
I'm positively thrilled. I really do have so much more to show you and to talk about, and I've had enough of the hole for a lifetime.
Ach ja, nee, ich spring noch mal runter.
Gosh, how could I have guessed? You're back in the hole. If this starts to become a thing where... Wow. Okay. Yes. I'm starting to become extremely certain that the hole is not only not infinite, but that it's growing steadily less and less infinite. I suspect that I'm starting to hit the point where it's no longer feasible to call the hole infinitely deep, even by the lax overall standards for accountability and marketing. What's going on here? Stanley, I have no explanation for the uncertain nature of the hole's length. Here, let's try something. Let's pop back up to the top, and we'll see if it gets any shorter. Well, there it is. The shame of my lie has come to haunt me. Not only is the hole not infinite, but it's barely even a hole at this point. It's more of a concavity. How is this still appealing to you? I know you're obsessed with holes, but at this depth, I just can't see this scratching the itch. Oh, who am I to judge? You just do whatever it is you're here to do and hit the teleport button when you're ready to move on.
Yep.
Is
geht nicht.
the teleport button not working? You sure?
Nö, geht nicht, es geht nicht. Ich habe auf 3 gedrückt.
I really don't have an explanation. It was working just a moment ago. Try it again. Still nothing? Well,
Nö, funktioniert nicht.
I suppose there is one thing I can do to fix this. I'm out. Goodbye, Stanley. You couldn't bear to be away from the hole, and now you'll get more time with it than you could ever have asked for. It's a win for everyone. You get to be with the hole, I get to do literally anything else. Take care, Stanley. I hope you and the hole have a wonderful rest of eternity together.
Hey, komm zurück. Komm zurück, ich will hier raus. Ich will hier raus. Das hört sich gruselig an. Hallo? Lasst mich raus! Oh, es bewegt sich. Es bewegt sich. Was ist das? Hilfe! Okay, jetzt wird's wirklich gruselig. Erzähler. Okay, jetzt kann ich tatsächlich hier einfach das anschauen. Gesicht. Okay, das ist cool. Auch die Musik ist sehr episch. Funky. Boah, nee. Die Musik ist furchtbar. Boah, nee. Jetzt kann ich auch Realität ändern. Oha! Als ob. Welpen. Welpies. Boah, das hat irgendwann genervt. Ah, Hilfe! Was ist da passiert? Was ist passiert? Was ist mit Stanley passiert? Der steht auf dem Kopf. Was?
Stanley? Stanley? Stanley!
Oh.
Oh, good, you're awake. It seems you had sort of dozed off there, drifting away into dreamland. But we can't have that, Stanley, because this hole is just so darn fascinating that I want you to be wide awake for every second of it. You don't want to miss a single moment. So how about if I just pop in from time to time and wake you up to keep you really, truly focused on the hole? From the looks of things, you and I will have many, many years here in this hole, and I'm looking forward to all of them. Stay alert, Stanley. I'll be back. Toodlepip.
Okay. Also ich soll hier weiter warten. Anscheinend. Okay. Boah. Was war denn das für ein Trip?
Here we are. Go on. Try out some of the new features.
Oh ja. Bloß nicht mehr in dieses Loch. Das war gruselig. Das war da hinten. Sagt ihr noch was, wenn ich da hingehe? Nö. Schade. So, was haben wir hier? Eine neue Trophäe. Okay.
Now here's something special. You remember that broken test trophy that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the trophy. Yes. You see, you'll come to this lever, and when you pull it, the trophy will be given to you. It's as simple as that.
Ja. Hört sich gut an.
Okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist. Right now, the trophy is still fully broken. I'm not a wizard, Stanley. but I guarantee it will be fixed in the sequel to at last satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over the world who have been uproariously demanding this feature. Gamers, we hear you, and I promise it will happen.
Okay. Ich hoffe es. Okay. Ich hoffe, das funktioniert irgendwann. So.
What else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
Oh ja. Gute Frage. Was haben wir hier? Das ist neu, okay. Was ist hier neu? Oh, was habe ich denn hier?
Collectibles. Now it's a real video game. In the Stanley Parable 2, you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines. And what's truly innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them. I don't want to stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You simply collect all of them, and then you move the hell on with your unremarkable life.
Einsammeln. He. Okay. Alles sammeln. 1 von 6 habe ich.
God, it really is the worst when you collect everything in a video game and then they give you a big fancy reward for it. Absolutely tragic.
Okay. Springkreis. Das ist ein... Wo haben wir ein? Hier. Diese Karte. 5. Ah, okay. Trophäe haben wir bei Q. Hier hinten. Okay, dann der Knopf, der den Namen des Spielers sagt. Merch bei Z. Ja, es gibt hier Merch. Alles auf der anderen Seite? Ah, da oben ist noch was. Wie kommt man denn da hin? Mal schauen, was da noch so steht. Settings World Champion, der Stanley Parable Reservance Bucket, also ja, so der beruhigende, schöne Eimer. Ja, Office-Dekoration, also Bürodekoration, Epilog, Collectibles, unendliches Loch und ja, der Ausgang. Dann mal hier hinten hoch. Mal schauen, was da oben ist. Das ist neu, okay. Hier drin. Ah, der Epilog. Hier waren wir doch schon mal. Oh.
An epilogue would be fun, wouldn't it, Stanley? Yes, yes, it will go at the end of the, well, we'll figure that out later.
Okay. Und später. So. Was haben wir hier hinten? Okay, hier geht's nochmal runter. Glaub, wir haben alles. Na dann mal nach oben.
Ah, I can see you've gotten the Settings World Champion trophy. Well done. You've experienced every setting, traveled to all corners of the settings menu. There's nothing you haven't seen. So just for you, in the Stanley Parable 2, I'm including an entirely new setting. something called bumpscosity. What exactly is bumpscosity? Well, I haven't quite figured that part out yet, but I know that you'll be able to adjust it on some sort of slider and that it'll be accessible from the settings menu. We'll sort out the rest of the details later. I hope you're looking forward to trying out every level of bumpscosity in the Stanley Parable 2.
Können wir mal nachschauen. Illusionssteuerung. Hier. Okay. Schauen wir uns später mal an, was das macht. So, ich glaube, dann haben wir alles. Auf zum Ausgang. Wo ist denn der Ausgang? Ich hab's vorhin noch gesehen. Hier hinten. Ich hab alles gesehen.
All right. Have you seen everything you wanted to? Ready to
Yep.
move on now?
Ja, ich habe alles gesehen. So, und was
So,
jetzt?
Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features? Yes, I know it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work. There's
So,
definitely a good
setzen wir uns
game
hin.
in there somewhere. Say, let's
Nimm
do
den
an
Stuhl.
experiment. I'll arrange these new features together and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience. Okay. Are you ready? Here it is. I give you the Stanley Parable 2. I mean, there's potential here, right? It's sort of... Okay, never mind. Hold on. Let me do a different arrangement. Okay, yes, this is much better. I feel good about this. Here we go. Version 2. Who am I kidding, Stanley? This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags. And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything. I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait.
Oh ja, das stimmt wohl.
Maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course. With respect. With care for the vision and integrity of the original game. Would it possibly work? I suppose it could. But it would need a really, really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction, "This is the Stanley Parable 2.
Oh ja.
Let me see if I can whip something up. All right, perfect. Go ahead. Take a look.
Okay, jetzt können wir nachschauen. The Stanley Parable 2. Okay. Okay, das ist cool. Ja, dann würde ich mal sagen, gehen wir mal rein. Das ist jetzt so, als würden wir nochmal neu starten.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Oh ja. Und hier haben wir überall Ballone. So, dann geht's, glaube ich, wieder einfach von neuem los. Wir können ja mal nachschauen.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Ja. Aber wir haben den Eimer.
Stanley picked up the bucket.
Okay, jetzt können wir quasi mit dem Eimer nochmal alles neu erleben und vielleicht gibt's ja auch nochmal alle Enden noch ein bisschen anders. Das ist auf alle Fälle sehr interessant. Aber ich würde sagen, das schauen wir uns dann in der nächsten Folge an. Ich wünsche was. Bis zum nächsten Mal. Ciao, ciao.